Hello everybody and welcome to the Darlington Raceway for the Goodyear 400 here to start the 11th race of our NASCAR E5 2023 Mod Career Mode Season number 1 here, as we of course got not really that many throwback schemes as the mod hasn't been updated that far at the moment. As we get ready to look at the stories of the race for today's event, Eric Jones has a very fast car today, as he typically does in Darlington, so we'll expect him to be at the front, as will Ryan Blaney. You got to look out for him. He's a rival, as we know, and Harrison Burton is slow this weekend, as he typically is. And we're going to bring out the number 99 Gatorade throwback to Eric Jones's 2022 Southern 500 raced win car. Here's going to be our throwback here at Darlington to get up through the gears. We are green here in Darlington, so we're going to try to bring this Gatorade machine to victory lane and try to get our 8th win of the season, so we can try to get it done here in Darlington. Of course, legend difficulty makes things a lot harder, as we are now side by side the 45 of Tyler Reck for 13th right now, battling hard for position. Cannot quite get that position contact. We go sideways. We save it, racing the 45 Reddick hard here through 1 and 2. Now try to go the outside of Kyle Larson's number 5 machine and get up to the 11 to Hamlin, the 8 of Kyle Busch. We're really squeezing him down, though, going low. We're going to go up to the track, into the wall we go. Through 3 and 4, just pushing it a little too high up the racetrack. Now we go to the outside of Kyle Busch, get a run to take 11th position. The 16 of Allmendinger are going to try to clear us here for 10th as we get, Busch gets into us. He puts us in the wall, and Kyle Busch is going to go to the wall behind us. He is pushing it too hard, wipes himself out, costly mistake there, as now we get around the 16 of Allmendinger and look to move ourselves up into the top 10 here at Darlington by taking the 10th spot as we move into 3 and 4, which we'll easily do here from AJ Allmendinger on the inside of the lane. We send it by, we clear the 16, and I've gotten around Allmendinger now, and we go set our sights on chasing down Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and Joey Logano. As our teammate Ross Chastain leads this race right now, which is cool to see. Trackhouse doing well. Now Elliott's in the lead, and we are called to the back of the 24 William Byron for 9th place here with 22 to go in stage 1. We go the inside of Byron for 9th to make the pass go by Williams. He slides up on the wall behind us. A little bit of contact. My bad on my part right there. Didn't mean to get into William, but now we get a big run on the back of Bell, Logano, and Hamlin. Look at this run on the exit of turn 2. Big run. Go right by Christopher Bell for 8th place. Big run on the back of 22 with Joey Logano. We're going to go underneath him here. Send it. Get into the 11 and Denny Hamlin so deep in the corner. We put the 11 in the wall. The rivalry continues as we get to the inside. Aggressive racing, but we will take the 6th position by putting the 11 in the fence right there, because we're not going to deal with any Denny Hamlin being a rival and all that. We're not going to deal with his BS. So we're up into 6th place here at Darlington on left. 7 to Corey LaJoie. Going to blow a tire. And in the outside wall goes LaJoie. He will go crashing hard into the side of BJ McLeod, I believe. And problems there for Corey LaJoie in the 7. It was actually Ryan Preece that he crashed into. So LaJoie blew a tire and just wiped it out hard into turn 1 and 2. Unfortunate for Corey. He was, running at the back anyway, but, he could have had a decent finish. But LaJoie will blow a tire and get a hard hit there from Ty Dillon, his own teammate there at the end of it. A lot of guys are piling in, so that brings out the caution. Now we're going to restart here. We restart here in 27th place. Big stack up on the bottom from the 77, Ty Dillon. Second of Harvick. We go by up into the 25th position here with 17 to go in stage 1. As you try to get up into position to earn some stage points here underneath the 19. Get a bigger back 21 Harrison Burton. Check up, dive very low on him. Go underneath the other, but we're cutting it really close here on the apron. The way Darlington transitions out of turn 2. We're going to go sideways. We're going to slam the inside wall a little bit. We almost saved it, but a huge loss of track position and time there as Blaney now gets into us. I mean, what a bozo. I don't know what he thinks he's doing right now. As he goes going to go sideways behind us, he'll save it, but we almost crashed right there coming out of turn 2, being way too aggressive. Using the apron at Darlington, trying to pass J.J. Yaley, which just does not work. The apron is not good at all. Now into turn 1 and 2, we go the outside Harrison Burton, back in the top 26. Look at this big run on the back of Truex and Eric Jones. 3 wide, slicing and dicing our way through the back markers here. And some of the top contenders who are back here who pitted for fresh tires. So we go by Bubba, Yaley up into 21st now. And you go right by, once again, using the apron now for 3 and 4, where you actually can use it safely. We go by Noah Gragson and claim our spot inside the top 20. Going underneath the Beach, McLeod, and then the 78. How about him running top 20? As it's Chandler Smith from all this strategy. 15 to go on stage 1. We continue to charge forward. It's going 3 wide by Ty Gibbs and Ryan Preece this time. We emerge back out on the track in turn 1 and are not going to wipe ourselves out on corner exit, thank God. Now we go by the 14 of Briscoe for 14th a couple laps later after we had already made our way by Allmendinger to get into 15th. As we now are safely inside the top 15 and 14th, gaining on the RFK Fords of Buescher and Keselowski. Look at the inside, Chris Buescher, take that position away and chase down the 6 of Brad Keselowski for 12th. Here we go the inside of Brad, take that position, and now chase down the 3 of Austin Dillon for 11th. We give Austin Dillon a bumper here through turn 1 and 2, just couldn't quite get checked up in time to avoid running to the back of Austin Dillon there, making that aggressive move to pass Keselowski. Exit 3 and 4, he throws another block here, exit 1 and 2. We give him a huge shove, we don't lift. And we're working Austin Dillon over right now. So we're going to send it by the 3-1 Justin Haley. We're just going to send him completely. We're going to give him the bumper. Into the wall goes the 3. We are not messing around. We punt Austin Dillon out of the way, put him in the wall, say, get out of my way. You are being moved, and are now into the top 10. Back in 10th. A couple laps later, we have tracked down Alex Bowman and Kyle Busch, going 3 wide for 8th here. An aggressive dive bomb in the corner. We fenced the 8 of Kyle Busch. Way too aggressive, and almost everybody in front of us comes down pit road as they stayed out on that LaJoy caution, whereas I had pitted, so we have a lot more fuel than them. We can probably make it to the end of the stage, but all the guys that just pitted probably cannot. As Christopher Bell is leading, but now the 20 will come down pit road, and we'll cycle out to be the race leader here at Darlington, leading our first laps here at the Darlington Raceway in our young career, and leading our first laps of the night, which is great. Now we come to the end of stage 1. Stage 1 will end under caution. We get the stage 1 victory over Bubba Wallace, Martin Truex, Eric Jones, and Ross Chastain in the top 5. So another playoff point to our cap. You'll love to see it. Only 14 on the lead lap from all the pit strategy that affected the end of that stage. So we get back underway in stage number 2. We easily clear Bubba Wallace for the race lead down this front straightaway here at Darlington and look to drive away from the rest of the field. Now a couple laps later, I believe that was 3 laps later, our teammate, the one of Ross Chastain, is caught back up to us, is applying the pressure. He's heating us up right now for this position. We're trying to hold off Ross. We go way too high up the racetrack. He gets a run exit to 2, a little bit of contact there between myself and my teammate, the one in Chastain. It is an absolute battle right now here at Darlington. We check up, let Chastain go by, hit him with the crossover through 3 and 4. A beautiful, clean battle right now between myself and the one. We're keeping it low on him. He goes high, though, exit the corner. A little bit of contact there. We repay the favor of what he did to us on exit to turn 2 there, but he clears us. Chastain in the lead with 25 to go in stage 1, but now we get a huge gain through turn 1. We go the outside in the wall, trying to use the outside lane to go by Chastain. But now he goes up the racetrack. We get a huge run next to the turn 2, and we're going to cross over the 1 to his inside once again, fighting our teammate for the lead. An incredible fight right now. It's allowing Truex and Harvick to catch up. We're 3rd and 4th. We throw a slide job at Chastain and clear him for the race lead, just throwing it in there in 3 and 4. It works, but here comes Martin Truex in the 19s. We try to block both him and Chastain here with just 24 laps remaining in stage 2. As is some aggressive racing. We go up the racetrack right now, a little high there. Truex goes underneath us, the 19, gonna go through the lead. We try to hang here, and a little bit of contact. We check up on the track, into the wall, bouncing on the 4. Harvick in the 4. Harvick's gonna spin in the outside wall, and Harvick will go crashing from the 2nd position. He'll crash hard and crash into the inside wall, and his day is done in Darlington. No caution. Shockingly, was called for that, so we maintained 2nd, following the 19 Martin Truex. As soon as he gained that pit road, we followed the 19 into pit road, got closed up a big time on the 19. A beautiful execution of the entrance to pit road there. Got down to pit road speed limit and caught to the 19. As now we bring it into our pit box here for our first green flag stop of the night. Hopefully this pit crew can get it done, be quick with it, and make us go further up through this field right now. If they can get a good pit stop going, which they will. So far, so good. Pit crew comes in. And we are out in front of the 19 at Truex. Absolute beautiful pit stop execution right there. Perfect execution on the pit cycle. Exactly the way we wanted to. Come out in front of the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. and get into a tremendous position on the racetrack where we can be possibly cycle out to be the race leaders. This was the battle for the lead, so we might cycle out to be their leader here at Darlington. Look at the gap. We have almost a 1 second back to Truex here as we came up onto the track quicker and got up to speed faster than the 19 did, as well as beating him off the pit road. And now it's Michael McDowell right now as the leader on pit road, though, so we should easily pass him right here and cycle back out to be the race leader, as we will take the lead here in Darlington with just 13 laps remaining in stage number 2. With a strong pit cycle, gets us out ahead of the 19 machine of Truex. As we now chase down some lap cars here down the backstretch. Ryan Preece, and now we on to lap 43. 23, Bubba Wallace is going to blow a tire. Bubba Wallace into the wall, gets hit by his teammate Reddick, and Bubba blows the tire and goes crashing to the bottom. He was 2nd in stage 1. He had such a good run, it all falls apart. And then a couple laps later, lap 66, Yaley and Gregson pile into this huge crash. Jimmy Johnson, no Gregson, Cole Cuts with the problems. Yaley piled into him. And so we start a caution. We'll restart here in the 7th position after dropping back a little bit after we pitted right there for 4 tires. These guys are older tires than us here to begin this final stint of the 2nd stage of racing. So we're going to try to get aggressive here to get this lead back underneath Austin Cindric. Truex a little bit of bumper to the 2. Don't want to go too low on the bottom. Bounce off the wall. We get turned to the inside wall. Hard hit into the inside wall. Big damage. Myself and the 2 of Cindric get together. And we were slow getting back up through the gears, so I forgot to downshift down the backstretch so we can get back up to speed by upshifting. Now we cycle out to when we are in the 11th position here. Coming the last couple laps of the stage, we are being super aggressive to get a move on as Chase Elliott will win stage 2 here at Darlington. We will come home for a very disappointing 11th of what should have been a stage sweep. All because of Austin Cindric, and I took that personally. So I remember that for the 2 with Cindric, and I said next time I see him, he's going in the wall. I'm sorry. I'm not taking aim with Wallace and Cindric did to me there. That was very frustrating. So here we are back underway with 33 laps to go in Darlington. We go underneath the 2 of Cindric and the 19 of Truex, going 3 wide for position. We make the pass by the 19. And now into the 2, we slam Austin Cindric into the wall. And that is our payback. We get revenge on him. He is now checked off the list there. We just got to pay him back for that. You know, honestly, it probably wasn't his fault there at the end of the stage, that contact. It was mostly mine for sliding up the track. But at that moment, when it was in the heat of the moment, I blamed him for it. And so we took him out right there. So now we move by Michael McDowell for 7th, being very aggressive with our passes here in this early section of the 3rd and final stage of racing as we try to get back up into contention. We go behind the 45 of Tyler Reddick, give Reddick a bump right there. He gets loose sideways. Reddick going to hang on to it. We saved him by giving him a little bump right there, but we do make the pass. Now running underneath Ricky Stenhouse, having a tremendous top 5 run right now for the JTG Doherty Racing Team. Stenhouse, having one of their best runs at Darlington in team history, of course. Ricky has had some pretty solid runs, of course, over his career at JTG Doherty. Of course, in real life, won the 2023 Daytona 500. Could not replicate that in the game, as we, of course, ended up winning that race. Now we're into the 5th position with 31 to go. Now a couple laps later, we go underneath Eric Jones to clock in the 4th position on the racetrack. As, of course, Jones, a great racer at Darlington, of course, your winner in the 2022 Southern 500. The paint scheme I'm throwing back to tonight is running the same paint scheme that Eric Jones won with in 2022, which I actually attended that race in person, so that's pretty cool. So I got to attend that race, and that was awesome race, so I wanted to commemorate that event by throwing back to Eric Jones' car winning that race. As now there's a caution that came out while you were in 3rd. There's a restart. Blaney is slamming into me because he's an absolute buffoon rival on the restart. So now it's just 20 laps to go in this race. It is myself, it is Ross Chastain, it is the 9 of Chase Elliott duking it out for the lead and for the win here. We get by our teammate Chastain for a second, get underneath the 9, Chase Elliott going for the lead, just straight up on the restart. Contact made between myself and the 9 of Elliott there next to the turn 2, racing hard for the lead. Now we send it into 3 and 4, try to throw a slide job at Chase Elliott. We get into him. Elliott goes up the racetrack. He holds the lead. We try to get in the throttle line, so the corner does not quite work. We slide back in behind the 9 of Chase Elliott, who will maintain the lead here at Darlington with 19 to go as we try to chase him back down. Now a couple laps later, he makes a mistake in turn 1. We get back underneath the 9 of Chase Elliott and continue to fight the 9 for the race lead as he made a mistake. We pounced on it, have an opportunity to take the lead, so we throw a deep slide job in 3 and 4, come up the track into Chase, run him out of room, get into him a little bit, and clear the 9 as we are back in the lead here in Darlington. How about that? Now a caution comes out while we were in the lead, which is going to cause a restart here. We pitted for 4 fresh tires and fuel. It drops us back to 13th on the grid with just 10 laps to go. As I was thinking the fresh tires were going to be a big time importance, and that's going to help us out a lot here on our charge through the pack. So we get by Cindric easily. I'm thinking that the fresh tires could get us the win, as that's basically where we were running. So we want to get back up there, but we're already been held up by Michael McDowell. If we get held up too long, the tires are not going to be as fresh. It's going to cost us. So we just say bye-bye McDowell. We'll see you later, chump, and give him the bump and move him out of the way. Now we get to the back of Larson and Tyler Reddick, who are having typical good Darlington runs for them inside the top 10, 7th and 8th right now as we pull on them 3 wide. With 90, we dive bomb turn 1 and 2, get into Kyle Larson, use him up just a little bit of contact, but gets the job done. We can get into 7th now and get a big run on the back of the 10 of Eric Almirola for 6th place as he wanted to play some strategy, stay out near the front. Did not end up working for him as we go by him and the 43 of Jones for 5th. We go right underneath the 43 machine, get by Eric here on the inside, and move into the top 5. If we can clear, we get a little physical there, but we do clear Eric Jones and solidify the 5th spot on the racetrack. A couple laps later, we were gaining on Blaine Chastain. Blaine's the rival. He tried to wreck us earlier, so he's punt him, put Blaney in the wall, say I'm done with your crap, and put Blaney in the wall, move him out of the way, and the 3rd we go. And we are right here in the mix for the win. We just have to get by the 19 of Truex and the 9 of Chase Elliott here with just 7 to go in Darlington. Can we make it happen? The 19 going to go high here. We try to get a little bit of momentum through 1 and 2. We give a bump to the 19, go underneath him here using the apron, which has wrecked us twice today. And we get into Truex. He's going to slide in the wall. We crowd Truex out of room, pull a Denny Hamlin Pocono move. Crowd him out of room, stick him in the fence. We take 2nd, and we got to find a way to get back to the 9 and Chase Elliott. We send one deep into 3 and 4, but Chase's car is just so fast and grips so well through the center of the corners. Here comes Chastain, the 1 now looking to take 2nd away from us, and he will. Our teammate to the inside, Chastain will go. He will take the position, but we close back in and give him a little bit of bumper, show a bit of a frustration that we've been battling so hard, haven't been able to get up to the 9, who's still pulling away here in the next lap as we get back underneath the 1 of Chastain for 2nd. We clear him this time by sliding right up in front of him here on the exit of turn 4. And now This will leave just 4 to go at Darlington. This battle for the 91 to just 2 to go in Darlington. Elliott still ahead by 1 second. I'm doing everything I can to gain on him here. I'm desperate, trying to find a way to get around the 9 Chase Elliott. I just cannot find anything. Looks like we're going to be stuck here for a disappointing second place finish. No, it won't be disappointing. It'll be a strong second place finish, but we really thought, I really thought we could win this race. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a full send into 3 and 4, do the wall pop, do whatever we got to do here. Try to emulate our teammates' kind of moves. You know, Ross Chastain pulling the Hail Melon at Martinsville. Of course, we all remember that from last year. So now white flag in the air. Final laps are Curtin Bank here at Darlington. We have knocked down 3/10. They're doing the wall pop to 7/10 of a second. The gap between myself and the 9 Chase Elliott, but I just think it's too late. I think we've ran out of time to catch Chase as we get really aggressive there going through 1 and 2, trying everything we can to gain time. So we're just going to absolutely throw one into 3 and 4. Absolute dive bomb. Get the 3/10 back. Pound the wall. Not enough, and through the final corner, Chase Elliott is going to win at Darlington. He's into the playoffs. We will come home in second place. So close to victory lane. Just wasn't in the cards today. We tried everything, but didn't work. So Chase Elliott, your winner here in Darlington, into the playoffs. We come home second, getting stage win, your runner-up. Our teammate Chastain comes home third. Great day for Trackhouse. And Truex, Blaney, Almirola, Larson, Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick, and Denny Hamlin, the top 10 tonight at Darlington. Then there's the 11th through 20th in the race results. Good run for Zane Smith coming home in 14th, even though there were only 15 on the lead lap at the end of the day. And the rest of the race results right here, 21st through 40th. DNFs going to Custer, Hill, Gibbs, and others. And now you looked at the point standings. We will easily maintain our points lead over Chase Elliott, extending that now to 148 points. So now Elliott becomes our 7th different winner this season, joining myself, Truex, Logano, Harvick, Bell, and McDowell in the playoffs as Chastain, Larson, Byron, and Hamlin, as well as Kyle Busch, Blaney, Keselowski, Allmendinger, and Bubba Wallace hold the last playoff spots, with Buescher, Briscoe, Haley, and Stenhouse and Reddick being the first 5 out at the moment. You see McDowell still says 21st in points, and there is the rest of the point standings. And I'm going to see the post-race fastest lap of the race, biggest mover, all that stuff. So fastest lap of the race will go to Kevin Harvick with a 29.87 in his final season of Cup Series competition. Chase Elliott, of course, led the most laps, got the win, led 44 laps. So dominant tonight, really was a car to beat besides myself and Truex. Cindric ended up gaining 19 spots on the day, best of any driver. And the tough break can go to AJ Allmendinger, losing 21 spots, down from 7th to 28th on the grid. And now we look at, see the reputation breakdown, the playoff grid, how that's all shaked out here after our first of 2 Darlington races this season. Of course, up next, we're going to have the Coca-Cola 600. That is going to be a long one, but it's going to be a very entertaining race, I'm sure. So reputation, we have now added Chase Elliott as a rival. A bit of a problem there. So now we have 5 rivals. Very concerning that now Elliott, McDowell, Blaney, Hamlin, and Bell are all rivals. Now look at the other end of the spectrum. You see the guys that are friends as we keep scrolling down, checking out everyone here. And the friends are going to be Allmendinger, Austin Hill, and Noah Gregson's a friend now. So that's pretty cool. So we got 3 friends now. But we're trying to get some more to friends like Johnson, Chandler Smith, and LaJoy. But it's very interesting to see how we're going to teeter with this reputation between friends and rivals and all that. Now look at the playoff grid. We comfortably atop the board. Still, the only driver to have more than 1 win was 7. Then Chase Elliott slots in his second on the playoff grid with that big win. Then Truex, Logano, Harvick, Bell, McDowell already there with wins. And Chastain, our teammate, top guy in on points in 8th right now. Then Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Blaney, Keselowski, Allmendinger, and Wallace as well. Bubba sits +7 over Chris Buescher. Chase Briscoe out by 8 points. Haley out by 11. Stenhouse out by 12. And Tyler Reddick 20 points below the cut line. Heading to the Coke 600. So until then, I hope you all have a good one.